Hello and welcome back to Gasbutio Tabletop Football. We've got the training pitch out. We're not actually talking about that today. This was only out because I've been doing a tournament between England and Scotland on TikTok, which is ongoing. But like I said, that's not what we're chatting about. What I want to chat about today is something they were talking about on the Subbuteo show, which I watched this morning, and it was like the worst accessory. So they came up with a worst accessory for Subbuteo. I'm not going to go over that, because if you want to know what they're on about, go and watch it, check it out. I do watch it quite regular, so fair play to them all for getting together and doing that. But I wanted to talk about these guys. So, one of the blokes on the Subbuteo show, Watsy, he had a very sensible suggestion that these were the worst Subbuteo accessory you can get. Now, I do use these. These, the throw-in figures, I'll be honest, yeah, I hate them. Look at that. He's just fired off. So I was listening to what Watsy was saying, and he was saying a number of things about these, was that particularly the kickers, they're out of scale. And you know, I suppose that happens with some Subbuteo stuff like the cups and whatnot. Footballs are out of scale to the players, aren't they? Let's be honest. Goals are, I don't know what scale they are, but there's all this, it's all a bit different. So I can sort of get over that. Kicking them around and using them, I mean, it's sort of fun, so I can sort of get over that. Oh, I've got to score a goal with him now. Let's score a goal from here on the training pitch. Yes, so that is actually quite fun, having a little kick around with that. But what struck a chord with me was that when you're using one of these players, and Watsy said this, he said, you're effectively adding a 12th man to the pitch. And I know that sounds dead obvious, but when I've been playing, I've never really thought about it. And then now I do think about it, I think he's dead right. It's all wrong that you're adding an extra man to the pitch. Let alone if you have a throw-in figure as well. You're adding a 12th man, 13th man, effectively. I mean, that doesn't sit with me right as trying to replicate a game of football. I mean, I do a few things because I play solo. I do away with, on the pitch, the scoring line, because I don't think that represents real football myself. But, you know, other people have different rules. So that's the way I go. And then I was thinking about these figures and what Watsy said. And I've decided I'm going to do away with them. So from now on, here at Gasbuteo Stadium, if a corner ends up have to be taken, I'm going to use one of the players. Because in real football, a member of the team would run to the corner, and then his time would be occupied in that corner. So he wouldn't be in the field of play as such until he runs over. And that's a much more, using one of the Subbuteo players out of the team, is a much more realistic way of dealing with a corner than it is using one of these, even though these are out of scale. I mean, look at that. So I don't know, let me know what you think. In fact, what I'll say is, go over to the Subbuteo show channel and watch their discussion first. And then come back here and let me know what you think about it. I'm going to do away with these, and I'm going to do away with them so much I think I'm actually going to chuck them away. These ones, these throw-in ones are awful. So from now on, throw-ins at Gasbuteo Stadium are going to be done with a player. Obviously, you won't be throwing it in, you'll be kicking it. Imagine that's the line. Let's have a little kick around. And the same will happen for corners. So you'll have one man in the corner and then the rest of the team on the pitch with the correct numbers. And no more with these. I do quite like, I mean, they are quite fun for just booting around, but I'm not going to use them in games anymore. In the crowd just took out a steward. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I might paint one of these up as a Rovers player as well, and then just use it sort of on my desk or something in work or something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and whether or not you think it's a good idea to do away with these and just use players instead. I mean, another thing is, already I use kicking goalkeepers. So you've already got an extra man on the pitch. It's like, you know, these extra players are piling up. And I know the goalkeepers make more sense because, well, it's just, you can't kick a ball with one of these. But that sort of has a use, but you don't need these. You've already got 10 non-goalkeeper players on the pitch. You don't need to have this. It's not an accurate representation of football. So there we go. We're doing away with them as gas buteo because we make our own rules here. So until next time, up the gas.